So, you're thinking about studying in Spain? First of all, amazing choice. In this explainer, we're going to lay out the entire roadmap for you. Everything you need to do to turn that big dream into an actual reality. We'll cover it all, from the nitty-gritty visa stuff to, how to actually budget your money once you're there.
I mean, let's be real. This is why you're doing it, right? You're picturing those late-night churros, the endless sunny days, living in cities that just feel alive. It's an incredible goal to have, and I'm here to tell you it's absolutely 100% within your reach.
Okay, but before you get to the really important decisions like whether to order patatas bravas or pimientos de padrón, and trust me, that is an important decision, there's a little bit of paperwork. But don't let that scare you. It's totally manageable, and we're going to break it all down together, starting with the very first big hurdle. All right, Section 1, the student visa. This is, without a doubt, the foundation of your whole adventure. And here's the most important thing to remember. This all has to happen before you even think about booking that flight. You've got to get it sorted from home.
And yeah, looking at it all at once can feel like a lot. So the big question is, where on earth do you even start? Well, let's just boil it down to 3 simple, concrete steps. Step 1, you've got to get that official admission letter from your school in Spain. That letter is basically your golden ticket. Step 2, you're going to go on a bit of a scavenger hunt to gather all the required documents. And finally, step 3, you take that whole package and apply at the Spanish consulate, right there in your home country. Simple as that.
Okay, so let's look at this checklist. Some of it is pretty obvious, right? Your passport, that admission letter we just talked about. But there are a few things you really need to pay attention to. For one, you have to prove you have enough money to support yourself, which is currently about 7,200 euros for the year. You also need really good health insurance. Seriously, getting every single item on this list checked off is what's going to make this whole process go smoothly.
And listen, here's a pro tip that will save you so much headache. You need to start this whole thing way earlier than you think, like 60 to 90 days before your program even starts. Give yourself plenty of time. And I'm going to say this again because it's that important. You must apply from your home country. You can't just show up in Spain on a tourist visa and hope to switch it over. It doesn't work like that.
Okay, visa application submitted. Deep breath. Now for the fun part. Well, another big part, finding a place to call home in Spain. And you've got a few different ways you can go here. So let's break down the options. You've got your dorms or residencias. These are amazing if you want to make friends instantly, super social. Then there are shared flats, or pisos, which is what most people do. You get way more independence, but it's also more competitive to find one. And finally, you could do a homestay with a Spanish family. I mean, you can't beat that for learning the language. It really just boils down to what you're looking for, and, of course, your budget.
And speaking of budget, how do these stack up? Well, a room in a shared flat is usually your cheapest bet, running around 400 euros a month on average. A dorm is going to be a little pricier, maybe around 515 euros. But, and this is a big but, dorms sometimes include things like bills or even food, so you've got to do the math and see what's actually the better deal for you.
Okay, I need you to listen to this very carefully. Scam alert. These are unfortunately really common. So please, whatever you do, do not send a single euro for a deposit or sign anything until you've had a live video tour. Make them walk you through the entire apartment on camera. Ask them to open the window, turn on a faucet, anything to prove it's a real place and they're really there. Be smart about this. And you've made it. You're in Spain. Bienvenidos! You've found your new place, dropped your bags. But wait, the paperwork saga has one final chapter. It's time to get your official residency card. Now, this next part confuses literally everyone, so let's make it super simple. You're going to hear about the NIE and the TI. The NIE is just a number. It's your personal ID number in Spain, and you have it for life. The TI is the actual physical ID card with your picture on it that proves you're a legal resident. So think of it like this. Your NIE is your social security number, but your TI is your driver's license. It's the card you carry in your wallet, and that's what you need to get. But wait, there's a quest before the final boss. To even apply for your TIE card, you need something called an empadronamiento. It's a big Spanish word for a very simple thing. You just have to go to your local city hall and officially register your address. You show them your lease, they print out a paper for you, and voila. That paper, that certificate, is one of the key documents you'll need for your TIE appointment. Now, this part is time sensitive, so listen up. As soon as your feet touch Spanish soil, a 30-day countdown begins. You have to book your appointment and officially apply for your Thai card within that first month. Then, once you've done that and given your fingerprints, it'll be another 30 to 45 days before you can go back and pick up the actual card. So don't put this off.
Phew! Okay, the hard paperwork is mostly done. Now we can get into the really practical stuff, the thing we're all thinking about: money. How many euros are you actually going to need to live your best student life in Spain?
So, for a general ballpark, you should probably budget somewhere between 800 and 1200 euros per month. That's for pretty much everything: your rent, your food, getting around, and, actually having some fun. But keep in mind that number can swing a lot. Living in Madrid is going to cost way more than living in a smaller city like Granada, for sure. So, let's slice up that budget pie. What are you spending your money on? No big surprise here. Your rent is going to be the biggest piece, taking up almost half your budget. After that, it's food. The rest is split between utilities and all the other fun stuff. Seeing it laid out like this is super helpful, right? It makes you realize, hey, if I cook at home a little more, that's more money I can use for a weekend trip to Portugal. And to make it even more tangible, let's look at some everyday prices. A cup of coffee? Super cheap, maybe €1.50. A decent lunch out, what they call a menú del día, will only set you back about 10 euros. And here's a great tip. The monthly transport pass, especially if you're under 26, is an incredible deal in most big cities. It makes exploring your new home so easy and affordable.
So there it is, your complete roadmap, taking you all the way from that first spark of an idea to actually living your day-to-day life in Spain. Yes, there's some paperwork. Yes, there's some planning. But after that, it's pure adventure. So really, the only thing left to ask is, are you ready to take that first step?